This is horrific. Do I look like I'm alright? Can't you see the burning buildings, smell the charred corpses, or is it just me hallucinating? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have snapped at you like that. I just can't believe we've just stumbled upon this horror. This was all the doing of one dragon. What happens if more of them come? You're right, I need to remain calm. Forgive me, this is just a lot to process. Whatever happens, I'm right behind you.
The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless.
Even if the Jarl of Whiterun already knows about Helgen, I think we should go to him as soon as possible. Help in any way we can. We've stopped. What is it? I'm still processing it all. I can't tell whether I feel numb or like a raw wound. I appreciate the concern, though. How about you? How are you dealing with all this? Sorry to hear that. Listen, if you ever need to talk or hug or any of that sentimental stuff, I'm here for you, okay? No problem, boss. Now let's get moving, shall we?
Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me.
Bleak Falls Barrow, huh? Sounds inviting. I hope we're getting paid for this. Who am I kidding? You're the only one who ever gets paid. Hey, about calling this place inviting before, in case it wasn't already obvious, I take it back. Well, that's done. Hopefully neither of us drops that thing on the way back. Don't want to make Farengar cry, do we? Fingers crossed it's the same dragon that destroyed Helgen. Not to sound too eager or anything, but that monster needs putting down fast.
That's right. My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn.
So, about the, the dragon stuff. My head's spinning right now. Probably not nearly as much as yours, but still, I think I need some clarification. You might be a Dragonborn?
That's the Greybeard's business, not ours.
Wow, I can't even imagine how much weight must be on your shoulders right now. I'm so sorry. On the bright side, now you can push people over with your voice. I can't say I'm not a tiny bit jealous of that part of the deal.
Back to business, Proventus. We still have a city to defend.
That's the spirit. I know how it feels to have such huge things forced onto you with no control or consent on your end, but often the true test of one's character is what we do with such unwanted circumstances, whether we can get positive things out of them. No problem. I'm here to help any way I can. Now, let's go see what those Greybeards want. If a dragon eats you, does it absorb your soul? Sorry, just thinking out loud. Can you check if I've still got feet? I can't feel them anymore. Not to be mean, but I think the Greybeards should really consider touching grass one day. What's our next move? I'm curious. Why haven't the Greybeards already retrieved this horn if they know it's in this Ustengrav place? Also, how do they know it's there? Have they sent others to try and get it before you? And if those others succeeded, did the Greybeards just put the horn back in Ustengrav afterwards? What I'm suggesting is these old men are confusing and tiring. Let's not spend too long doing their errands for them. Do you reckon this place is better or worse than Bleak Falls Barrow? I'm in two minds about it myself. Really? Someone already took it? That's actually hilarious. I know I should be taking this more seriously, but honestly, how can I?
I need to get into my traveling gear.
If Delphine's right about this dragon resurrection thing, then that's deeply concerning indeed.
Keep an eye on the sky. This is only going to get worse.
I'm not surprised she was hiding something. She always did come across as a little shifty. Do you think we can trust her? Not that blades are inherently untrustworthy or anything, just, you know, can we? I know I don't have much reason to doubt her. She did help take down that dragon in Kynesgrove, after all. But we're talking about someone who, with seemingly little effort, was able to steal that horn from Ustengrav from under everyone's noses. She's skilled, determined, and ruthless. I'm just glad she's on our side instead of the alternative, that's all. Yeah, that's certainly more concerning than whether we can trust Delphine or not. And it spoke to you, too. Knew who you were. I can't lie. I'm terrified. For you and for this whole world, and especially for me. You're right. And even if we lose, at least we went down fighting. Small comfort, but it's something.
High Hrothgar is open to you.
I guess it's official now. Congratulations, Dragonborn. I'm sure at this point you are beyond annoyed at people calling you that. Do me a favor, will you? Once you're in the embassy, could you burn the whole thing down with all those monsters inside? I'm not. But who doesn't despise the Thalmor? Apart from the Thalmor themselves, obviously. Much appreciated. Obviously your mission takes priority, but a little vengeance never hurt anyone, right? I mean, except for the people you're inflicting vengeance upon, of course. You know what? Forget I said anything. I'm dumb. Not really. Like I said, everyone despises the Thalmor. But also, I grew up in Skingrad. The Thalmor did a number on the people there during their occupation. Too many of the kids my age were orphans. Too many of the people I knew were broken, scarred, traumatized. The only things the Thalmor truly care about are cruelty and genocide, no matter how much they wax poetic about it. Well, that got dark for a second. Anyway, have fun at the embassy. So, that Ulfric dossier is quite damning. You gonna do anything with it, or...? So, we're looking for another blade. I hope this one's less scary than Delphine. Don't tell her I said that, by the way. We sure did, didn't we? I'm slightly disappointed he wasn't hiding in plain sight like Delphine was. So, Alduin the World Eater. Our black dragon finally has a name. It's not a very reassuring name, is it?
Yes. Inkpot? No.
Now you've got me wondering if the Eater part is metaphorical or not. Gotta be honest, it's not something I want to think too hard about. Let's try to get Esbern to Riverwood in one piece. Hopefully that'll take my mind off it. So, this is Skyhaven Temple. Bit shabby, but could be impressive with a bit of deep cleaning. I know the Greybeards are pacifists, but surely even they would try to defeat Alduin if they knew this ultimate super shout. Wow. So, Paarthurnax is a dragon.
I have spoken.
Genuinely didn't expect that.
The Rotmulag waits.
I mean, of course we are. Very normal for people to just go fetch an Elder Scroll and use it to open a time wound in order to defeat a god. Honestly, at the rate we've been going, I would have been shocked if we didn't come across an Elder Scroll at some point. Actually, about Elder Scrolls, I've heard reading them can make you go blind. Any idea if that's true or not? No, but you are, hence my concern. Just be careful, okay? Going blind isn't the end of the world, but it might make it harder for you to prevent the actual end of the world. Famous last words right there. I just hope you're right. Again? Seriously? How many of those goddamn things are in Skyrim anyway? Hey, you don't think we've already found it, do you? That one we got from Blackreach said some stuff about dragons, didn't it? I know, right? I swear it has to be some kind of cosmic joke. Anyway, let's go give it to Paarthurnax. He'd better appreciate our, uncanny foresight. It's quite breathtaking up here. And I'm not only saying that because the air's so thin.
Somewhere in the ice fields, if you want to try to find them.
By Malakath's beard, this is some of the greatest prose I have ever read. I need to get some pointers from the Septimus guy, insane or not.
Trust Septimus. He knows you can know.
Mr. Cygnus, I must say, this book of yours is absolutely incredible. How did you come up with such oh, never mind, he's not listening. On second thought, I don't want to know how to write like him after all. He scares the oblivion out of me. Gotta be honest, I thought somewhere as mythical as Blackreach would be harder to get to. Wow, we actually found it. Now, to get out of this horrible place. Oh, and don't forget the lexicon. No, you can't use any of my blood. I don't care how brilliant a writer Septimus is. Do you keep a diary? I've been meaning to get one, but it might make me even more insufferable than usual. Hermaeus Mora certainly has a thing for brutally murdering old men once they've outlived their usefulness, doesn't he? So, I guess it's time wound time. If this doesn't work out, it's been an honor traveling with you, my friend.
Mortal.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just amazed I actually survived a fight against Alduin. If it helps us get closer to stopping Alduin, then I'm behind it all the way. I just hate that we have to get involved in this godforsaken civil war. I was hoping Ulfric and Tullius would have killed each other by now. But no, apparently we have to deal with their nonsense on top of everything else. Yeah, that'd be wild. Would likely make everything worse, but that's besides the point. Perhaps. I'm still not entirely sure Balgruuf is that immovable on this. Surely more of your honeyed words could sway him. Oh? I had no idea you wanted to become a soldier. I just hope you choose the right side once it comes to that. But seriously, good luck in there. I hope you can get them to agree to something, even if ultimately it doesn't do much to delay the war. Aren't you worried about what Ulfric might pull once negotiations start? What if he gets his way and the whole situation with the war gets worse? I mean, he's clearly already a problem. If I were Tullius, I'd even consider this a great opportunity to lay a trap for him. Although, as fun as it might be to get rid of him, I feel it would just make everything worse. I trust Galmar even less than I trust Ulfric. Regardless, good luck in there. I hope you can get them to agree to something, even if ultimately it doesn't do much to delay the war. If it helps you get closer to stopping Alduin, then I'm all for it. Not sure why you're asking me, though. You should be asking your friend, Ulfric, why he can't put his goals aside for the bigger picture for once. No, I've suddenly had a complete change of heart and support the Stormcloaks wholeheartedly. What do you think? Look, I appreciate a lot of what you've done, but I won't embrace those who want to force people like me out of Skyrim. That's a weak excuse, and you know it. If Ulfric cared so much about Nord lives, he wouldn't be getting so many of them killed. He cares about his own lofty ambitions and nothing else. The only difference between him and someone like Thane Erikr is his willingness to kill. And he knows Nord supremacist types are stupid enough that they'll give him anything provided he pays lip service to their monstrous cause. But hey, you clearly bought into all of that. So who am I to say if it's wrong or not? Let's just get this damn treaty over with. And lesser races be damned, huh? Why in oblivion do I even still bother talking to you when you clearly don't want me around? Enough of this. Go have your little circle jerk with your new proud Nord friends and leave me out of it. Are you kidding me? You're not even a Nord. Why are you regurgitating that ridiculous slogan as if you sincerely believe it? Whatever. Go have your meeting. Leave me here to wonder why you're so keen on sucking up to people who don't give a damn about you.
I'm afraid there's a problem. A serious one. I've discovered who the Greybeard's leader really is.
Yeah, they sure do, don't they? I don't envy your position. What are you gonna do? I can't blame you. Paarthurnax can't demand forgiveness, but he's clearly shown a commitment to redemption over the past thousands of years. And this certainly proves that Delphine and Esbern were never about serving you, despite their claims. They just want you to be their lackey. If your decision means we have to lose the Blades as allies, then so be it. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it, and neither should you. So you think it's impossible for him to atone, or are you just following orders, regardless of who it hurts? Paarthurnax has proven his commitment to redemption, and he's been doing it for thousands of years, longer than any of us have even been alive. I can't pretend I don't understand Delphine's argument, but know that if you go through with this, you're betraying a valuable ally. I won't stop you, but don't be surprised when you lose friends over it.
Incredible.
Can't say I envy you.
Sir, you
I only wish I could go with you, if only to provide backup.
For such an opportunity.
Do you absolutely have to go without Oving, though? There has to be another way which would allow you to bring help to Skuldafn. Perhaps we could find a Dwemer airship. Maybe there's one buried deep in Blackreach or something.
Do not test my promise to the Dovahkiin.
I didn't do a very good job of disguising it, did I?
I assure you, you will not even notice.
I came to Skyrim with very little hope for the future. Traveling with you has given me some hope back, warts and all.
Very bad idea.
I've become convinced that there's something worth saving here, worth fighting a death god like Alduin for. I want you to come back, because the world needs you, because I need you, because you deserve to be here.
Enough, fool.
Be sure to send him my best regards, all right?
This was a mighty deed.
You're back. I mean, I'd heard, of course I'd heard, but to see you back from Sovngarde in the flesh is extra reassuring. You know, when we first met, I had no idea you'd even be capable of such a feat. Not to suck up to you, but it's seriously incredible. Granted, he's a god, so I'm sure this isn't permanent and that he'll come back to do this all over again in time. But for now, it's over. And we should be glad for that. But a hero's work is never done, is it? Whatever you're planning next, I'll stand by your side, no matter the danger. Is it just me, or are there still loads of dragons about even after you got rid of Alduin? I don't know, just seems weird to me. Do you think Orgnar misses Delphine? If I were in his shoes, I wouldn't know how to feel. This whole thing raises a lot of questions, though. Who is Orgnar, really? How much did he know? How deep is his involvement? I guess we won't get an answer. I can't believe we just killed Elenwen. If this doesn't start a war with the Thalmor, nothing ever will.